the big announcement is a monthly subscription box. Straightforward, to the point, high quality t-shirts, really cool bold art that people will really dig.
He has made this box.
It's called the Unboxing
Isaac.
This is the Dogma t-shirt by Ori. It is amazing.
I freaking love this shirt.
Man, this is awesome.
This shot's pretty good though.
This is the sticker that will be included in the box.
The sticker is also real nice. There.
Dude, it's a flippin' sticker, dude. I like to keep them forever.
That is cool.
The box will also include 3 exclusive limited promo 4 Souls cards. It will also include a bonus card, a Mother's Day promo card, and it's Mom's ring.
Man, these cards look awesome.
Oh, they're packaged really nicely too.
Oh my gosh, look at the little icon in the corner.
These are neat.
I will talk to you guys in 1 month. I will do a stream on the 1st. And every month from then on, we will do this. Hang out a little bit and the usual spoiling of the boxes. We'll see how that goes. All right, I really gotta go to the bathroom. Hello. I'm such a professional. I put a video intro in this thing. How is everybody doing? I got a haircut last night. Mostly on the sides and the back. What do you think? It's very David Lynchy. Isn't it cool to see all those unboxing videos? I think so. In fact, we think it's so cool that we're going to be giving out some special secret promo things to a select group of people, especially those featured in that video. And one of those people is also going to get a full year free subscription for going above and beyond the Call of Duty. You can argue over who that is. We already know. I'll be announcing it on Twitter after this is over. But I have so much to talk about here, and I'm trying to get my head straight. But I hope you all are doing fantastic this evening. What do you want to start with? Should we start with the shirt? So we'll start with this. I did a poll, because this is what you guys are going to, when you see the shirt, you're going to be like, huh? I did a poll, and I said, what color shirt should the next shirt be? Should it be black? Should it be gray? And it was like 38% gray and the rest black. And this was a poll I did because me and Alex Pardee were talking about t-shirt stuff. And he kind of agreed that it seemed like everybody just wanted black t-shirts. But then when you talk about doing all black t-shirts, no one wants that. They want some black t-shirts. So I did a bunch of polls to try to figure that out. And we decided that we wanted to do more black shirts. And essentially the poll for the next shirt was, if it was like a complete landslide, it wasn't, as close to 40-ish%, we would have gone with black. But since it was almost close, we decided it would be in our best interest to continue with the gray, which is very nice, which is here. Look at this shirt. So here's the Jimbo Phillips Santa Cruz style 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. Look at how fucking great that looks. Look at this. Are you seeing this? This is a fantastic fucking shirt. This is the Summertime Fun shirt in hell. It's a beautiful, beautiful shirt representing Santa Cruz style, very surf skate style. Jimbo Phillips is dad. who is like one of the most iconic artists in my world. I grew up with, I didn't surf or skate. I tried to skate. I would put one knee down and I'd kick with the other foot. And then one day these kids locked me in a garbage bin, like an actual dumpster. They called me garbage picker because I was. Because when you don't have money and people throw stuff away that's cool, I once found a full model kit in the garbage. So of course I'm going to go look in the garbage. So I'd scoot my way over to a trash bin and I'd go through some bags. And as I was looking through and half climbing in, these teenage boys pushed me into the garbage and then held it closed. And I pretended like I was crying, and the girls that were with them made the boys stop, and then they let me out. I wasn't crying, though. It was fake. I was faking it. But anyway, that's for another stream. This shirt is what it's all about right here. Woo woo! I think I have the graphic. I can put it up. I also think somebody did bring up the point that this is summer. This is a summertime shirt. It's probably not a great idea that it's black. And I think it does look better on gray because it reads better on gray. You don't get lost in the, because black on black with the black outlines doesn't look fantastic. But I just know that people just prefer, they wear black shirts more often. But fuck that. Let's see. Where's this shirt? The shirt's here. So there's, man, I look better on the shirt. But there it is. There's the graphic. Excuse me. And I've also got, what do I have? I've got the sticker. I got a bunch of them actually. I got them today. J-Mom threw them really hard from LA and they made their way up here. Whoop, whoop, whoop. These stickers are big. These stickers are bold. These stickers look just like the t-shirt. They are thick vinyl t-shirts. Stickers. You can put them on your car. You can put them on your taint if you got a big one. I put them on my refrigerator. If I had a banana, I'd put it next to me. But I don't. All my bananas are rotten. I could also give you a little sneak peek of what's coming in last month's the Rainbow Blight box, which is the print. Here is the postcard print with this time is a gold foil, a Goyle stamped print, looking good. Woo woo. This is every box will have one of these nice pristine prints that you can do whatever you like with. We did see I saw one person actually has a bunch of frames set up. They're framing every single one of them, which is pretty freaking cool. So that's that. What else? Oh, the cards. The cards. The cards in this one are all cubes of meat. There are 3. You can do with them as you wish. But the first cube of meat says, you take no combat damage on attack rolls of 1, which is, it's a buffer. It is what the cube of meat is. It goes around you and it blocks some shots. And the shot that it's blocking is a roll of 1, which is a pretty big fail, so it's nice to have. If you control another cube of meat or have Ultra Flesh Kid, you will also gain +1 damage. And then we'll go to the next one. Here's another cube of meat. It says you take no combat damage on a roll of 2. So this is like you've got 2 cubes of meat going around you. No 1s, no 2s. If you control another cube of meat or Ultra Flesh Kid, you also have +1 HP. And then there's the third one. You take no combat damage on attack roll of 3. That's how you can tell them apart, 1, 2, and 3. If you control another cube of meat or Ultra Flesh Kid, you take no combat damage on a roll of 4. You put them all together and you've got some ultra meaty goodness. And you're not taking fucking damage except for on a roll of 5 or 6. You're basically this is like some sort of Voltron situation here. That's what we got going on here. Where you can't be hit but of two rolls. You also got more hit points and more damage. It's a super combo. So yeah, you can play with one, all, or you can shuffle these in at random. But I think that these are really fun and funny and on point because we got a barbecue in hell for summertime fun with the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse Unboxing of Isaac t-shirt. I think this is hard to say. I loved the first t-shirt, but I think this box is my second favorite. This is my second favorite box. I think my favorite box is coming in a few months. This one is my second favorite, but it's close. This is very close to my favorite. I won't put them in order yet, but maybe I will at the end. Okay. Ultra Flush Kid is a card. I don't know where it was. Was it in it could have been in Four Souls Plus. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure it was printed already. I don't think it was exclusive for Requiem. Ultra Flush Kid. Now, what am I doing? What am I doing? Let's talk. All right, wait. Javon's letting me know some things. So, are you aware that there is a thing called the United Kingdom Games Expo or UK Games Expo? It's true. When is it? When is this, Javon? I know I asked you. It is Friday through Sunday. If you're going to this expo, go to booth 1-1092 at the UK Games Expo. And if you find the Maestro Media booth, not only if you're, I don't know why you would do this if you were here for this because you know how to play, but you can go there and have the game demoed for you. You can play the game. You can meet Yugi. I think he's there. I assume Javon's there. Maybe he's not, but maybe you can meet Javon. Maybe. But the thing that the people are really gonna, and I'm not gonna say that people aren't there to meet Javon and or Yugi, but the real reason that you are gonna go there is because there is a promo card. It is akin to the infamous Bloat promo card. I won't say what it is, but it is a advertisement promo card. So it does say The Binding of Isaac or FourSouls.com on it. But it is a playable card. It is a promo card. And the only way you're going to get it is if you go to the booth and you do what they tell you. And I won't say what that'll be. But I think it involves your head and a hole. So do the math. So if you're there, go get some promo goodness. This promo is a reprint. So it's just an alt art reprint. And it's a promo card. But if it's there, you go grab it, you go get it. It's good. It's cute. I'd say it's cute. It's pretty cute. The art is by Sony Shock. And he does some cute stuff. So what else? What else am I talking about? I talked about the fact that there is one person that we have selected that is going to get a full year subscription to this box for doing a crazy unboxing video. Hopefully they don't already have a full subscription. If not, we'll figure that out. And a bunch of people are going to get some interesting extras or extra in the mail. But from here on out, if you guys go above and beyond each month with videos, unboxing videos, get creative. The more creative, the higher the probability of you getting a full subscription. And I'm at the point where if you can't even afford the box, you can do a fake unboxing video with whatever you've got around the house that resembles whatever that month's thing is. If you do something really, really cool and you go above and beyond, we will hook you up. And then if you just play along and do some cool, fun stuff, you will also get something special that I think is pretty cool and pretty sought after. So that is that. I'm going to... I think I've covered all the main stuff, and Javon, you can remind me if I missed anything. But let's do some questions. Let's do some shirt questions first. We'll do 10, 15 minutes of shirt questions, and then we'll just hang out for another 15 minutes and just go over whatever nonsense we want to go over. I can show you some stuff I have sitting next to me that you can't get, and all that good stuff. So feel free, ask your unboxing related questions now. Can I buy? Can I buy the year subscription? Where is it? Can I buy the year subscription later in the year, or is it too late for that? You can get the year subscription in bulk. It's the one-time big payment, and you don't get anything until the very end. That's the only way to get everything at this point, if you haven't subscribed. That is going to be going, I believe, for 1 or 2 more months. We don't have a full cutoff for that yet. That is available on the site. It's one of the 3 options. It is the only way to get last month's shirt and the first shirt. And it will also enable you to get the 13th shirt. The only way to get the 13th shirt is, the bonus item. Thank you. The only way to get a 13th shirt is to have every subscribe, essentially. Kizzy said bonus item. The bonus item for this month is a card called Short Fuse. It's a 4th of July themed one. That is an American holiday. Not sure what it means, but we do it. We blow some stuff up, cause major fires. And to celebrate those fires, we did Short Fuse. When this is destroyed, deal 2 damage to a monster or player. Isn't that cute? Isn't that a cute design? Aren't I a genius? Look at me making references to the things that I've made. I'm so good at that. So yeah, Short Fuse sits there. It's a trinket. So this is a loot card. When you find this loot card, you play it. And it sits there. If you can find a way to destroy it, then it deals 2 damage to a monster or player. I mean, seemingly killing a player and probably killing most monsters, depending. And when, but how? But how does this die? There are cards that let you sacrifice items, but there's also paying the death penalty. When you pay the death penalty, you have to sacrifice an item. And this is an item now, since it has been played from your hand and it is in play. And that's how you would do it. So you could use this like as a threat. You could be like, whoever doesn't help me not die to this monster, if I die this turn, I'm going to shoot this firecracker at you and you will die too. So it's a good little bargaining chip. It's a cute little way to finish some stuff off if you got a combo, but I'd use it as a threat. It's a nice little threat. You don't want that person to die because you might also die. Just like those fires. We had a fire, but just yesterday, way out in the woods, back where the big fire was. I don't know how many of you knew, but 2 years ago we had major fire here. It wasn't actually due to fireworks. It was due to lightning, a lightning storm, a dry lightning storm that ripped through the Bay Area on one of the hottest weeks on the driest years, and it caused huge fires everywhere. But that's not funny, and that's not something you want to know about. You want the questions answered. I'm going to go back to those questions. Okay, time to read these questions. Does the yearbox contain the monthly cards like... Okay, so there is no difference between what you would get regularly subscribing and if you get the yearly box. You're getting every single box. You're getting every content of every box. Nothing is different. So you will get whatever anybody else is getting, except you don't get the box itself. It's all put into one big box. So it's shipped to you cheaper and in a big old box. How do I recommend washing the shirts? I don't know. That is something that we probably have on the site. It probably does say somewhere about that. It's probably in the FAQ at the bottom, but I can ask Javon, and Javon can always message me and let me know if he knows. Where are we? Okay, I did the extra item. Will there be shirts with any tainted characters on them? There's currently no plans of doing a shirt with tainted characters on them. There was a wild card shirt that was undefined that we just figured out, which I'm trying to finalize now, which will be one of the last shirts. But it is not. But it is something that other people have asked for. So that's always good. Okay. I'm right where I need to be. Okay, I did the bonus item. The boxes are estimated to show up. I don't know. I can't remember exactly when people started getting them. Usually it's like the middle of the month. So the middle of this month, last month's shirt will start shipping. Maggot themed shirt? No. Okay. I'll answer Kickstarter questions after this. You can ask me any like nonsense questions as well, or just general game questions. But I want to clear and make sure I've got everybody's t-shirt questions answered first. For those of you asking questions that aren't like that. Where can I order the Four Horsemen shirt? The Four Horsemen shirt is available on the unboxingoфisaac.com. It should be unboxingoфisaac.com. If you just type in unboxingoфisaac.com and click shop now, the current shirt, if you want to get the one-time shirt, it's just scroll down. It says one time. Then you can still get the subscription. You can subscribe now, save $5 right away, and you can still do the annual subscription for $3.50 to get everything. What other kinds of little trinkets will the box come with other than cards? So we're locking that down now. Possibly next month we'll have the first trinket, extra non-card bonus item. I think you'll like it. I really like it. And then I'm planning on at least 3 more. We're nailing that down, and I think they're all pretty cool as well. Possibly 1 more. I'm not positive though. Sacrifice equals destroy. How's the new office? We'll go over that. We'll go over that later. Just let me. I'm skimming. Sorry. It's like dead air when I'm like reading questions and trying to just pick the ones that are relevant that I haven't already answered. What happens in the unlikely event something is missing in the? There's nothing's going to be missing in any box. If for some reason there is something missing, you contact us. There's always a handful of items that we have backed up that we use for kind of pieces. It's kind of like back in the day, even when we had sold out of gold boxes, we still had a handful of dismantled gold boxes for people that had errors in their cards, which it does happen, and then we'd ship them the fixed up ones. The bonus item will not always be a card. There is not a beast themed shirt, but maybe in the future. Another Kickstarter campaign in the future. We'll talk about that in a bit. Did I answer everybody's? Is Delirium t-shirt box on the... Okay, there is definitely a Delirium t-shirt box. It'll happen. So we're getting different colored shirts, right? Yes. Oh, I never finished that. Okay, so I was trying to gauge whether people want more black shirts. And I think we were looking at almost 50-50 black shirts to non-black shirts. And I tweaked it by 1. So it's like there's more black shirts than not black shirts now, I believe. Maybe 2 more. So I think the shirts that I've tweaked to be black look better as black, and it makes perfect sense why. I think originally I was just trying my best to appeal to a more wide, broad audience. But the thing is in the end, people who like the Binding of Isaac tend to want more black shirts to wear, and that is a reality, and that is fine. So I think we're gonna do more black than not, but still, I'm pretty sure next month's box is going to be a tan, a light cream. It's not white, but it's close. but it's it's actually the shirt that people voted the highest. We did a bunch of polls to kind of figure out which designs we were going to go with, and which way we should go with different things. And the next month's, not this month's, the next month's box is the highest voted. Okay. I'm not actually fresh out of bed. I just look like this constantly because I have 2 children. There is not a dark purple shirt, but there is a dark blue shirt. All right. I can't show you my office, but I can show you a part of my office. I can show you that in a second. So I wanted to be in my office, and I almost could. I thought about trying to figure out how I can get everything rigged up in my office to stream today. And I'm like 1 day away from doing it, which sucks. So the next stream will be in my office. And my office is through that secret door back there. I'm going to open it up. It's not so secret now, but I don't know if you can see in here though. I don't know if this is going to do anything for anybody. Can you see into there? You can't see into there. Can you see into there yet? That's as far as it goes. You can't see shit, can you? See this part? That's my office. That's my office tour. But the thing is I don't know if you've noticed here, but this is a fort. See this? This is a fort that has a cat and a star. You can't get these in the boxes, but the star does light up. And that's just one of the many perks I have of having an office in the living room. Well, that wasn't visible at all, was it? Can you see? Could you see some stuff in there? So my that office has taken a year to get built. It actually had to be remade because that was a wine cellar before back there, it was actually like falling apart, and we had to kind of tear it down and then rebuild it, and it became my office. But I liked how it looked when it was falling apart, so I decided, hey, can we make it continue to look like it's falling apart? So the whole inside of my office looks like it's decayed, rotten, and burnt, and it's pretty sweet. And we will venture in there next month, I promise. In fact, the rest of this day is going to be me fixing up my computer in there. Okay, now we've got 15 minutes. I don't have that shirt around me, Javon, or I would show it, definitely. Javon is reminding me that the Rainbow Blight shirt changed slightly. The stars that were on the Rainbow Blight shirt turned white, and the t-shirt itself became more of a teal. It actually didn't look too good when we printed initially, because it was kind of this like off greenish blue. I don't know how to describe the color of the shirt, but it didn't jive well with the bright colors. So we kind of put it on a brighter shirt, and it looks cool. But the thing is, even if I showed it to you, you couldn't get it either way because it's over. So it'd just be a tease. Okay. Ask me questions, any questions. I don't fucking care. Ask me whatever questions. We're going to just hang out for the next 15 minutes, and then I'm going to go and I'm going to get some lunch, and then I'm going to try to fix my office up. And, you know, knowing the computer that I bought and my luck with computers, it's not going to work, and it's going to be a disaster. Will there be any holographic shirts? There won't. There will not. I haven't even seen a holographic shirt. Like a shirt with a hologram stuck on it. Okay. Reading these. What has excited you about Mugenics that you've worked on in the past month? the thing that is currently exciting me and keeping me up at night is so late game that I cannot even mention anything about it. But I'm kind of in some of the rough thematic late game designs. You know, it's all thematic at this point. It's not like mechanical. But I'm just trying to figure out where the game wants to go, what would be cool, what would be on theme. And I try to work organically. I try to improvise as much as you can improvise when making a game that you have to work on for 4 years. So I'm trying to just keep an open mind and allow the game to tell me what it likes and what it wants, so I can make the game's theme bleed into what feels most appropriate. Because this is a game about legacy. This is a game about bloodlines. This is a game about animal instincts. It's a game about, you know, the most elite species on the planet, cats, and how flawed humans are. So how do you turn that into a game? How do you make mechanics that work for that, huh? I don't know. Okay. Was there another creature in the hole? Wait. Was there another creature with a hole on its head that you drew for Sirius Pishai? There was. There was an... Oh, an otter? There was an otter creature. God, I can't read. There was an otter creature with a hole in its head, and I drew it for Sirius Pishai. Does it have a name? I don't completely remember that. I don't think I drew it for Sirius Pishai. I think I may have sketched that thing at some point around the time I was working on it. I don't believe it has anything to do with it. A happy poop t-shirt. That would be pretty good. There's a lot of poop t-shirts out there, though. What are you most proud in the creation of the Binding of Isaac? What are you most proud in creation of the Binding of Isaac? I'm most proud in... I'm the most proud in that the Binding of Isaac's themes... I mean, of course, the mechanics are good, and it's glad that I'm glad people like it. I'm glad it's done well. I'm glad it's so replayable. All that sort of design is really cool. But it's hard to avoid that I put so much of myself in the game, and I got to talk about things that are important to me, that make the game more special to me, and I think make the game stand out against... You know, I mean, I don't know how many other games there are that are remotely like The Binding of Isaac when it comes to theme. I know there are a lot at this point when it comes to mechanics, but I think it's kind of untouchable. There's something about an artist's voice, I guess you could say, that once they find their voice and they can speak in a way that nobody else is speaking. And I feel like The Binding of Isaac is speaking in that way, and The Binding of Isaac was me finding my voice. And that's what I'm most proud of. I hope that makes sense to you. It makes sense to me. Mugenics blog post soon. I've been so busy with Mugenics and just the day-to-day life that I have not had time to do that. Whenever I get a wild hair, or usually when I'm just playing, I'll, basically sum up the experience and post it on Twitter. And I've been sometimes even posting some screenshots and stuff like that. I definitely want to do it. And it's something that I will do before the end of the year. But I just don't know when, because I've got this t-shirt stuff. I'm pushing some other stuff through. I can say right now that I posted a GIF of a game called Blast Miner that nobody played. I even polled you guys and nobody played it. And this is the game. It's called Blast Miner. This was my second published game. It is a casual physics-based puzzle game, and when it came out, we actually launched it as a physics Tetris explosion game that did not do well, and then we reused the physics and the blocks and turned it into a puzzle game, but we didn't change the name. So it didn't really sell well, but it actually sold okay in the retail market as a casual puzzle game. So this is this kind of lost game. And I made it with Alex, who I made Gish with. It was our second game together. And he comes over and plays Magic sometimes. And he was like, hey, you want to actually release Blast Miner on Steam? And I'm like, I didn't even realize it wasn't on Steam. I didn't even think about it. It's the only game that I've released that isn't on Steam. And he's currently working on getting it ready to release on Steam. So at some point in the next month, all I'm doing is testing and tweaking stuff, but that will come out. And I actually think it's much better than we remembered it being. It's surprisingly fun. It is super casual though. So there's barely an edge on it. I don't know if it's going to read as my style. But it does read as a good game. And I know that there are a lot of like, what do they call them? Engine building type games where, you have different pieces that do different things and they all kind of move together and you have to solve some equation with them, programmery type things. Well, this is like that, but it's physics based. So there's an amount of chaos to the equation. And I think it's pretty cool. So expect that to come out at some point in the next couple months. This t-shirt stuff here and there. And I've just every second I have that isn't with my family and doing those things, I'm just working on Megenics, and I would much rather work on it than post about it. But I'm gonna try. It's one of those things where it's like you got to balance, like, at what point do we start hyping this more to the press? Making these things more public. I don't want there to be a full year and a half away when we're doing that. Maybe a year. Like when we're closer to the 1 year, then we can really start pushing. But yes. Classical Void rework question. Okay. The question I get asked all the time. So I'll say this. If we do another update for the Binding of Isaac, I don't think it's going to revolve around the Void. And I've talked about this in the stream before, so I'll kind of just sum it up. I would much rather give you guys new content than fix up old content that's going to take more time than making new content. And I think you would as well. I'm all for making Delirium work a little better, but I really don't want to rework everything because I feel like it would be a waste of time because most of you have already played through that, and fixing it up is going to be a drop in the bucket. Like, it's just not going to do anything for anybody, as opposed to spending that amount of time on new content. Which you would love. And that is the reality. And that is where we always stare. We stare at the wall. We stare at that equation. And we're like, oh, it doesn't really make any sense for us to do this, even though we know that people want it and we know that the Void could and should be better. It's just one of those things where it's how much effort you want to put into this versus this. And I always lean towards, wouldn't it be cool if we put more time into something new? Okay, I'm skipping down because I'm still like way, way, way up. Okay. Don't spam because I'm just not going to answer your question. And that'll be it. Did you mostly base the protagonist... Did you mostly base the protagonist from Hitler's Must Die off Duke Nukem? They seem superhuman characters. They're hired by... Yeah. Okay. I would say yes. I would say that there's a major, cheeseball action hero, Snake from Escape from New York, LA, and all that stuff vibe going on there. An arrogant... hired killer type dude. So yeah, sure. In some way, I love Duke Nukem. I played Duke Nukem 3D like religiously at my school. So I'm sure that's definitely there. But the majority of people here don't know what we're talking about, because you're the guy who always asks the obscure, unreleased game questions. Where are we? Jesus. Have you seen the Tarnished characters mod? So I've heard of it because people have tweeted at me about you should check out the Tarnished characters mod. I have not. I haven't had time. But it sounds like people like it. I can always check it out. You can always link me to it. Just link me to it on Twitter and then I'll look. Ba, 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 ba. Are you considering doing another Binding of Isaac expansion? No, I'm not. I'm not considering that. I would like to not. I would like to maybe make Isaac 2 way into the future. I've said before on here, I'm going to be working on Mugenics for the next 1.5 to 2 years. And that is my main project. Once that is finished, I'm going to do a bunch of tiny games. Maybe not all of them digital, just a bunch of really little 3-month projects to kind of enjoy, find my love for games again. Like, you know, back in the day, Flash game stuff. And then we'll figure it out. Then we'll figure out what we want to do. If we want to do an expansion to Mugenics, if I want to remake an old game, if I want to dive back into Isaac. But the thing is, I'll tell you right now, if you like the Binding of Isaac, you're going to go insane when you play Mugenics because it's very similar, but very different. So it's like a better than a sequel because you've got a very similar vibe. You've got very similar elements. You've got this very similar replayability, but instead of a dexterity-based game, you've got a turn-based strategy game. But I don't know. In my mind, Mugenics just takes Isaac and builds upon it and expands it. So hopefully that'll get you through the years without more Isaac. Are the full line of shirts going to be revealed at some time? We've revealed more than half, I think. We've shown quite a lot of them. I don't see a point in teasing. At this point, we're like kind of going month to month and showing them month to month. But I think you're pretty safe. I mean, you can check out the ones that we have. And like I said, like if you want to get the full line, you still got another month to 2 months to check it out. So you're going to see another 2 shirts at the most. But I think we've shown, we showed Dogma. We showed the Rainbow Blight, the Horsemen, the Bloat, the Ascension one. And there's got to be one more. What is it? Is that it? That's 5. But we're doing a Delirium. We're doing, Alex Pardee is doing one. And Tom Bunk is doing one. He's the artist for Garbage Pail Kids and Mad Magazine. And there's a lot of really cool ones. So you just have to trust me, I guess. Or you can just wait it out and see one more shirt. Do you have some type of general idea when the physical version of Isaac Repentance is going to ship? So I don't really know. All I know, so this is how my involvement is when it comes to Nicholas and physical production of Repentance. Tyrone shows me stuff, and I say yes or no. Or I say, you know, it would look better with this and whatever else. Like the latest for the Leviathan box, he showed me a few options for a slip box, and on one of the slip covers, and like kind of small in the corner, there was this embossed brimstone logo on it, and it looked fucking badass. I just liked the way it looked, and I was like, dude, like let's just do jet black slip box with embossed brimstone on it, so it's just like barely visible. That would look sweet, and it does. And yeah. So, but when it comes to shipping, I'm not in it. I don't know exactly. I know that they're still taking pre-orders. I know that the Leviathan box is still available. It comes with a few promo cards as well for Souls stuff, and it comes with a really cool Chick Track like Binding of Isaac comic, which is something that I've wanted to do for 10 years. We'll finally get to do it. It's really, really good. Where are we? Can we get a sneak peek at the Sony Shock promo? No, because then you'll just know what it is. It'll be obvious when I show, even if you sneak a peek. Any sneak peek of the next Four Souls challenge? I think the next one's pretty cool. I don't know. I'm like 2 steps ahead, so I'm not positive which one it is because so my involvement in that is I basically look it over, make sure it's cool, make sure it makes logical sense, and then I talk to Ori about art for it, and he sends it to me, and then I send it over there. So I know the next two. I think I know the next three, and I don't know the order, so I don't want to spoil the wrong one. What? I think I'm getting yelled at. So I'm going to do 3 more questions, and then I got to get out of here. Let's see. Where's the good questions? Where are the good ones? An Isaac animated series. I'll tell you right now, I've been contacted so many times by different places that want to do an Isaac show. I think at this point, like so many, like there was like this gold rush of when Netflix was just throwing money at everybody and everybody was just grabbing up cool IPs, and then it kind of crashed because Netflix kind of did. So I don't know how viable those things are anymore. But I have entertained the idea and thought about what I would do if I would do some sort of Isaac show. And I have a pretty good idea of what I would want to do. But the thing is anybody that I've talked to about doing that wants to do something completely fucking different, and they do not understand the IP. It's like finding somebody out there who understands what the game is about is difficult. Finding somebody who understands what the game is about and feels like that is a viable commodity that a large company would invest in is a whole other situation too. So it's I have ventured in there. It is amusing to me. It is kind of a disaster, and maybe in a year or two, depending on what happens, and once maybe some dust settles on a few things, I can let you know how catastrophically awful some of the ideas that I've been pitched are. 2 more. What is that? Oh, the totem pole. This is a totem pole that was made by the wood carving dude. God, what is his name? Wood carving man? I can't remember what he goes by. But Danielle commissioned this for possibly my birthday a few years back. I always half joked, but kind of not at all joked, that I wanted to have a giant totem pole with all my characters' heads. And she had it made. Blue Baby's on the bottom. Then you've got Gish, Super Meat Boy, Isaac, Ash, and at the very top is Stacy, which you don't know yet. You see that? No, why don't I just bring it over? So there you go. This is Stacy. You don't know Stacy yet, but you will. You will soon. Stacy, Ash, Isaac, Meat Boy, Gish, Blue Baby, and then it says McMillan. Isn't that neat? One of the cooler gifts I've got. Okay, one more question, and then I go. I don't know the artist who drew the McMiltons. It is a Garbage Pail Kids artist, but it is a current Garbage Pail Kid artist, which I'm not familiar with. Some young blood. That was actually commissioned by Tyrone and given to me as a gift for the completion of I don't know what. some Isaac expansion. Okay, last question is this. It is by the Hitlers Must Die guy, whose name is Gish. I think it's Gish. Gish. Probably it's Gish. Would you consider finishing up some of your old games, sort of old games, like No Quarter, Ouroboros, Office Yeti, etc. Most of you don't know what any of that is. So No Quarter was a pack of 6 or 7 small games that I was doing with Alex Austin, who I made Gish and Blastminer with. It was the last project that I worked on with him. It kind of petered out. There were some interesting games in there. The best one was Hitler's Must Die, which is what I've talked about before. And I would actually love to finish that at some point. When it comes to the pack, no. I'm pretty sure Alex released most of his designs in his own pack called the Cryptic Sea Pack, possibly. I'm not too sure. But you know, my only game in that was pretty much Hitler's Must Die, and that was my design, and I would love to do something with it. Ouroboros became The End Is Nigh, but it is still very possible. We got pretty far. It was going to be a small game. It was a sequel to Time Fuck. It was a circular game that caused a major motion sickness by literally anybody who played that. Anybody who played that got sick because it was constantly spinning. We tried different ways to fix it. We couldn't. And we decided to kind of repurpose the engine for a new platformer, which didn't spin. I would like to venture back into that. Office Yeti was a game that I was working on with MetaNet, Reagan and Mayer, who made a game called N+, and N, which is a really good platformer. I worked on it very briefly. I was essentially the animator and character designer for it, and it involved a Yeti going around and destroying stuff in an office in a side-scrolling environment. It did not go anywhere. There were a bunch of games that I worked on that didn't go anywhere. There are a few that I would like to expand on. There's a game called Grub that I worked on for a little while that I actually ventured back into once with Tyler. And we prototyped it a little bit, but then it just wasn't as cool as we had imagined, and we kind of moved on. But yeah, there's tons of weird little things that I would love to go back to. And a lot of the times I have pieces of old games that I make, the interesting parts I take and I use in bigger, larger games if I feel like it's a viable design. So with that, I will say bye-bye. And I will say go buy the shirt. Go to unboxingofisaac.com. Buy the new shirt. Once again, whoa, what was that? What am I doing? Tell your friends this shirt is fucking awesome. This box is one of the best boxes. I love it. One of my favorites. Go buy it. Go do your thing.